Hello everyone and welcome back to Tarot by Theo. Today I'm going to do a quick reading because in the Northern Hemisphere we had Imbolc last weekend, which is the midpoint between the winter solstice and the spring equinox, and this is the time of year where the seeds are stirring. And I thought it might be nice to do a oracle read this week, a message from the forest using the Sacred Forest oracle and the Oracle of the Fairies. And if we need to, I've got the Shadowscape Tarot for extra clarity if that's necessary. So I'm going to start with the Sacred Forest oracle and just tune in and then see what message it has for us in terms of navigating the energy between now and the spring equinox, when things really get started this year and we sort of close out this astrological year and begin a new one. So what do we need to know about this time? Ooh, a lot of cards just came out, but I feel like we need to move forward. But that's a sign like there's a big shift, a lot of energy happening. So let's see what happens. Okay, I need to split the deck on this one. Oh wow, Spirit Guardian of Spring activation. So whilst I was shuffling, you may have noticed in the shuffle that I got suddenly a lot of, like, I got a cough and I had to go and get some water, and I kept coughing, and I think that there is something clearing also in the throat chakra, almost like clearing the throat, something that wants to be communicated. So something about blocks in the throat chakra I think is also important. So maybe this is going to be a time for important conversations. And with this activation, we have a swan here. So maybe this is important conversations with relationships as well. Almost like this time might be preparing us for what's about to happen in spring. And we have like this maypole with fairies dancing around it, which is very interesting since we're also going to pull from the fairy deck. So I think that there is a lot of actual spiritual energy that is like prompting us to make certain moves so that we're ready for the energy that's coming in spring. It feels like we're going to be, or it's like we're being activated for the new astrological year. So it's like anything that needs to be prepared, anything that it's like needs to be unstuck, needs to be cleared. It's time to do that because we're still in Aquarius season, but we're moving into Pisces season, not too far from now. And so this time just feels like, and I've talked about this in previous readings, that this time feels like a closing of a lot of karmic cycles, a lot of loose ends. And so we're being activated in order to make those moves that are needed, because they need to be not just cleared out, but there are also moves that need to be made to prepare for the things that are coming in the new astrological year. So we're actually being activated early in a lot of ways. So this is like, it's almost like pre-spring activation in a lot of ways. So that's really interesting. Let's see if anything else is calling to me from this card. And I see daffodils and I see stars. I still have this in my throat. Wow. So, yeah, it's almost like an early bloom is what I'm getting. The conditions to start to grow are happening earlier. Yeah, and then we have 36 is the number here, which resolves to 9. So again, this is about completions. This is about resolutions. This is about the sort of like the endings to certain things. And so it's time now to literally wrap things up. We're wrapping these ribbons around the maypole here. So it's tying up these loose ends here. And Spirit is guiding us in this. And nature is too. So, yeah, interesting. Okay. And I'm just seeing where I split the deck. We also have Bluebell Fairy Gratitude. So I think that gratitude for how far we've come, what we have already done, and also gratitude for the lessons we've learned and the difficult things. I think that's really important as well. And that could be part of the releasing and the letting go of the old things as well as welcoming in new because we're grateful for what we've already received. So that's a powerful reminder. So I'm just going to take some water because I can still feel it in my throat. But it's clearing out now, so I think that was particularly a message from the forest. So let's see how the fairies are. So fairies. What additional message do you have for us in this period between Imbolc and the spring equinox? How can we best use this energies and this time? Again, we just got a big jump out of the deck, so big shifts in energy and in circumstance, perhaps even attitudes as well. Okay. Oh. Okay, interesting. So we get go outside. And it says, it's time to go outside. Tune into the powerful peace of nature wherever you are and feel it one with your habitat. Oh, that's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So yeah, it's like, again, this early activation, right? Time to go outside and actually connect with nature. It's almost like the seeds within us need to be grounded, and so we actually need Mother Nature in that time, and that's actually going to be maybe part of the activation, actually being connected with nature. So yeah, I'm just going to tune into that card a moment. Okay, so I'm just looking down at the deck where I split it. And we also have Magical Gateway. It says, it takes courage and trust to venture into the unknown, yet this is where the greatest rewards are. It's time to step boldly forward without looking back. So yeah, I'm feeling like that this is a time that it's not just any time of closing up loose ends. I think this is a time of letting go of big stuff and actually either giving ourselves closure on it or receiving closure, and having things that take us forward in a new direction that's coming. So it is requiring us to sort of step into the unknown, but we have like this opportunity now. We're being activated. We're being told to connect with nature is a great resource for us right now. So, and it's leading us somewhere new. So I'm just going to tune into the cards now and see if there's any additional messages and see if anything wants to come through. Okay, I've been told I should work with the tarot. Just see maybe one card or so. Maybe just a little clarity. Okay. Those cards just flew out. And they landed on top of the Spirit Guardian, the activation, Spirit Guardian of Spring. So we get the Seven of Swords and the Six of Swords. Okay, so it's like so what I'm feeling into is like So I think that the things that we've avoided looking at, maybe tried to sort of escape from, we're moving into a time where it's going to get easier. And so it's almost like stuff's going to come up that we didn't have the capacity to handle because other things were taking our attention. But it's almost like now we're moving into calmer waters. Now we're moving into a less turbulent time. And it's like stuff's going to bubble up to release. And we're being asked not to avoid it anymore. It just wants to be released. And this is part of this activation. So it's like the activation isn't just about getting inspired to do something or releasing something in the sense of tying up a loose end. It's also about allowing whatever trauma and inner child wounds, stuff that we've had to sort of bury because it wasn't possible to process it. It's like we're moving into a space where it is. And so avoiding doing that work or looking at certain things is actually just going to hold you back. And nature's going to be a great way to sort of ground you and help you process this stuff. So sometimes maybe if you can go for a walk and contemplate what's been bubbling up out of nowhere that you haven't thought about for years. So it's like we're being invited now that we're moving into this space to allow things to release and to not be surprised if they come up. And I'm getting that it's not like you need to ruminate on these things for a long time. It's almost like quick release here, quick release here, quick release here. And it's only if we hold on to it and avoid it and resist it that it lasts for any period of time. It can go like that, but it needs to be released. We are needing to clear space for something new. It's like major karmic cycles are ending. I think it's because we are in a 9 year. This is a completion year. This is a year of resolution, and so we need to gain closure on certain things in order to be able to move forward. And so it does require us looking at some difficult things, but we're being invited to look at that one last time and lovingly let it go. So that is the message today. I hope it's brought you some clarity, some insights, and I'd love to hear what you see in the cards when they come up, what you see, what you intuitively pick up on that I didn't mention. So I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and keep shining. Thanks for watching.